Hello everyone, welcome you all to today's topic. I hope, my dear kids, you remember what is clause and what is phrase. So, as I have already taught you what is clause and what is phrase, today we are going to talk about noun clause. What is this noun clause? First of all, keep in your mind that what exactly this clause is, as we have already read that clause means the combination of subject and verb, whereas phrase is. So now let us see this image. You can see the definition here. Noun clause means a clause with a subject and verb that function as a noun because it's a noun clause. The main role is of a noun. So noun clause means which have a subject and a verb, right? You can see here the example, that is example 1. Whatever you wish. You is the subject, wish is the verb. So is my command. So this whatever you use, wish, is a noun clause because here subject is you and verb is wish. Here you, it is talking about a person where it plays the role of a subject and wish is the verb. So here if in a particular sentence you find a subject, that means it may be a noun, right? So here you is considered to a person. Now the second example, let us see. Now let us talk about the second example. Here you can see, I know where the treasure is. So the treasure is a subject, whereas is a helping verb. So again, this sentence, where the treasure is a noun clause. So I hope noun clause is clear to you. Now let us move to some more in details about what is this noun clause and what is the example. Now you can see here, if a noun clause, how to know that in a sentence what is noun clause. So if you see a word there or a sentence begins with what, who, which, when, where or why, it talks about noun clause. Now let us be more clear to it. Here you can see the sentences. It is written like, I know that it happened. If I say what happened, I know that it happened. If what, who, which, when, where, why, if these questions are asked to you and if you give the answer, then it is noun clause. Like, I know that it happened. What do you know that it happened? I know how it happened. I know why it happened. So in this type of question, if you find in a sentence, then it is a noun clause. It will be easy to find. Now let us see. Now let us see what is this main clause. As we know, main clause means a part of a sentence having a subject, a verb and a complete meaning is known as main clause, right? Or we can say it's a principal clause. Now let us see what are the other clause. So main clause means subject and verb combination. Now let us see some other. Now, subordinate clause is a part of a sentence having a subject, a verb, and it's an incomplete sentence. That is called subordinate clause, right? And here we should understand one thing, that the subordinate clause or coordinate clause or supporting clause is further renamed or categorized in three types on the basis of the role that plays in a sentence. So you need to remember what is main clause, what is subordinate clause. Don't get confused in this coordinate or supporting clause, right? Now we'll talk about this noun clause. Noun clause. We know that a noun can stand as a subject or an object in a sentence, right? So if a noun does an action, then the noun is termed as a subject. And if a noun becomes the answer of the question like what or whom, then the noun is termed as the object of the sentence. Now let us move to some more examples. Now to understand it, let us analyze some more sentence. Rakesh studies grammar. In this sentence we see two noun, that is Rakesh and grammar. In this sentence it is Rakesh who does the action studying. If we ask Who is studying? We will give the answer Rakesh. So as I told you before, who, whom, what is all what? Noun clause. Similarly, so the noun Rakesh stands as a subject of the sentence, and when we ask the question what to the sentence, we get the noun grammar, right? So that is the reason it is noun clause. I hope this topic is clear to you all that what is noun clause. Now some more definition and some more examples we'll read and will get more clear. Now what is this adjective clause? A subordinate clause that plays the role of an adjective is known as adjective clause. Now, as we know, an adjective is a word that modifies or qualifies a noun or a pronoun. Like that, if a subordinate clause modifies or qualifies a noun or a pronoun in a sentence, then the clause is termed as adjective clause. So, then the clause is termed as adjective clause. For example, who is working in a multinational company? Here, the subordinate clause who is working in a multinational company is used to modify or tell about the noun friend. Who, again, this we are talking about who is working in a multinational company. Again, it's an adjective, that is multinational company. Now let us move to some more examples. Now, similarly, in adverb clause, it talks about an adverb. So here, if a word that modifies or qualifies a verb, then it can be talked as adverb. Then the subordinate clause doing the same can be further named as adverb clause. Like you can see the example, he looked back when I called him. He looked back when I called him. Right? So when I called him is a adverb, right? Time of adverb. When I called him. So the time of verb looking back. That is the clause modifies or tells about the verb looking back. Right? Now let us move to the last but not the least. My dear kids, there is nothing in this clauses, right? You need to just have a basic knowledge. If you attempt a question, if someone give you a sentence, or if something related to this comes in your exam, you will be able to find it that what is exactly this relative clause, what exactly phrases, what exactly clauses. There is nothing to mug up, there is nothing to go through it in deep. You just need to know the basic concept of that particular speech, that what it is talking all about. Now again, relative pronoun, if I talk about, then you can see this table and you can be more clear that subject, object and possessive, that if a sentence asks you about who, which, that, whom, who, whose. So these are the words we use for people and thing. So we use relative pronoun to introduce relative clause, which tells us more about people and thing. So I hope this topic is clear to you all. If you have any doubt regarding this, please ping me up. So here again there is a definition, and again the relative pronoun who, which, that, where is used. So till then, have a nice day. Thank you all.